On takeoff, if we have a malfunction, I'd like you to call them in a loud and audible voice. If we do have a malfunction, please do not touch any of the switches unless it's a memory item or if we've read it on the checklist first. In the event of an emergency, I'll fly the aircraft and I'd like you to read the checklist. Back me up on the power until it's set. All hands off the power quadrant at V1. Before V1, we'll abort only for engine failure, engine fire, or loss of directional control. If we do abort, please deploy the speed brakes without command. If we do have a failure after V1, we'll proceed to 400 feet without touching anything. I'd like you to call V1, VR, and positive rate. Okay, let's proceed to before takeoff checklist. Hi folks, Captain Hayden here. We're getting ready to close the doors and button the ship up, and we'll be departing very soon. So, welcome aboard, and I'll be talking to you a little later. Enjoy your flight. Thanks. Flight attendants, prepare for pushback.
There's far too much to take in here. More to find than can ever be found. But the sun rolling high through the sapphire sky keeps great and small on the endless round. It's the circle of life.
Hi folks, this is Captain Hayden from the flight deck. Welcome aboard, and we've just been cleared to taxi to the active runway. We anticipate we should be number 1 or number 2 for takeoff. So we should be wheels up in about 5 minutes. Sit back and enjoy your flight. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. We're number 2 for the runway. Flight attendants, please secure the cabin for takeoff. Thanks. Hi folks, Captain Hayden here. We anticipate a pretty smooth ride, so I'll be turning the seatbelt sign off momentarily. However, when you are in your seats, we would ask you to buckle up just like we do here on the flight deck. Thanks. Hello folks, this is Captain Hayden from the flight deck, and we'll be reaching cruising altitude very shortly. So sit back and enjoy your flight, and if there's anything we can do to make your trip more enjoyable, please let us know. Thanks. Hi folks, this is Captain Hayden from the flight deck. I've got some good news for you. We've been calculating the estimated time of arrival, and looking at our winds aloft, it appears that we have a pretty strong tailwind that's been pushing us right along, and if these conditions continue to last throughout the flight, that should put us in about 15 minutes early. So sit back and enjoy the remaining of your flight, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Hi folks, this is Captain Hayden from the flight deck. As we prepare for our descent, we may encounter a slight chop or some turbulence. As a precautionary measure, I'll be turning back on the seatbelt sign. If you would please return to your seats and remain there as much as possible. And we'll be on the ground soon. Thanks. folks, this is First Officer Hayden from the flight deck. Our destination airport is experiencing some foul weather. As a result of these conditions, the airport is experiencing some delays. Air traffic control has just contacted us and they've asked us to hold for approximately 5 to 10 minutes. This hold shouldn't affect our final gate arrival time since we are a few minutes ahead of schedule anyways. So sit back and enjoy the rest of your flight and we'll have you on the ground shortly. Thanks. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. Hello folks, this is Captain Hayden from the flight deck, and as promised we've touched down a few minutes early, and we've received clearance to taxi directly to our gate. However, as we do proceed to our gate location, I would ask you to remain seated. We'll be just a few minutes. Thanks. Hello folks, this is Captain Hayden from the flight deck. And as promised, we've touched down a few minutes early, and we've received clearance to taxi directly to our gate. However, as we do proceed to our gate location, I would ask you to remain seated. We'll be just a few minutes. Thanks. Hello folks, and welcome. As promised, we've arrived here at the gate a few minutes early. So on behalf of the entire flight crew, let me thank you very much for choosing our airline. And if we can be of any assistance in the future for your travel needs, please don't hesitate to look us up. So once again, thank you and enjoy your stay. Thanks.
Contact tower on 122.7 when ready. Taxi, short runway 34 left via taxiway Delta Oscar Tango Romeo.